Mirror Newspaper. Thank you for this opportunity for previewing our podcast and everything. It has been a formidable journey and with a very formidable team. Okay, before I even go through these questions, let me just say thank you very much to Styles Guest House, the ones who are housing us today at number 159 Unit D. So somebody can come and mimic me with the fact that I'm talking like this. They can mimic my voice. They can mimic the way I'm sitting now. They can mimic every single thing. They can change the background and everything. I think I'm going to put that clip roundabout now. Well, you won't see this on the newspaper.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, I don't know, how about this? Simply, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele. This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet. That's a time when we need to rely on trusted news sources.
Cool. Now, question number 4. The Nippycast Podcast is gaining momentum. What inspired its creation? Oh, this is a nice one. Do you know why? I realized that one day, maybe I'll reference back and forth. I've had a podcast with this other best friend of mine. His name is Mudziwa Slamlela Ndibuo. The reason why we started this podcast, these niggas will come to my joint, sit at the house. So we'll sit and sometimes we have an idea. So in my head, I'm like, okay, guys, we just shot a show. I think it was a TV show or something. I'm like, we still have cameras. I'm like, oh, cool. And then the other guy was speaking something that made sense. I'm like, dude, do you know how much information we have in our brain right about now and we're not sharing it with anyone? And the guy was like, yeah. I'm like, how do we share it? Wow, you want to record? I'm like, yeah, damn it. Let's record this shit. So we literally have tapes from probably the first generation of Nippycast Podcast. Well, we didn't even know it was a podcast at that time. I'm talking about the year 2014. I didn't even know. But Castro, I gave him my demo. I don't know if he listened to the thing. I don't know, but it's a long story. Then after that, there was a guy called Jones, which is Jones Nochipise. He would entertain me. But there was also a guy called Wuziruk Otto at Univen. That's when the bug was hitting me hard.
Why you sacrificing with basis? When I kill you for my erectile is not dysfunctional. Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists. I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati. Winning everyone.
Nippycast.
Hola, hey, ta, who's it? My name is DJ Nipro, as usual, Nippycast Podcast. Today's a special edition. One man again. Sometimes might be sometimes alone, sometimes not. Cool. So today's a special edition. Do you know why? This morning, somebody woke me up with a phone call. His name is Ngareza, Mangerengere, Nejipepe. He is currently with the Mirror Newspapers. So they're like, no, man, we've got an article, we want to write something, and then let's talk about it. Oh, no, cool. Send me whatever that we need to talk about. Let's talk. It's like, no, you're going to have to answer these questions. I'm like, okay, cool. Send me. Then he sent me a list here. We've got 15 questions here. So I'm going to have to go through them real quick. I'll actually, okay, before I even go through these questions, let me just say thank you very much to Styles Guest House, the ones who are housing us today at number 159 Unit D. And the guest house, so if you want to book accommodation, you can call them on 060-856-8073. 060-856-8073. The rooms are starting from 550 all the way to 900. 900 being like the family room, right? Cool. And then other than that, another added note was that one of the caretakers here will be Azwindin. He's birthday today. There's a cake over there. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to eat the living hell out of that cake. And then thank you to everyone else. A guy called Stanley is the one who helped me print out this stuff earlier on when I was struggling with the internet. And then Maria is the caretaker as well. Azwindini, thank you guys. I love you so much. I've been coming to work here randomly over the past maybe 10 years. Sometimes I will sit at the pool and be editing stuff, you know. Yeah, so that's me and the relationship here at Star. So they're willing to house us at an emergency level like this when man can get calls in the morning and it's like, no man, I've got questions. No, okay, cool, sharp. Let me read the message straight from the beginning. It says on air ahead of time, a conversation with DJ Nipro. Cool. It says from spinning tracks to sparking conversations, DJ Nipro has carved a unique space for himself on both the airwaves and the podcasting scene. Broadcast, which is what we're doing now. Broadcasting the Nippy Podcast on November FM, which is what we were doing last year and until early this year. Which I don't know if we're still gonna go back to radio and to do this because we've been doing it for 4 years here alone. But if the radio stations want to join, they can come. Whoever wants to join. But okay, cool. They're saying he's known for blending entertainment with thought-provoking dialogue. Do I really do that? Wow, this sounds like an obituary. We sat down with the man behind the mic to talk music, media, and rise of artificial intelligence in the broadcast space. Well, cool. AI, yes, no, cool. Now this is just a brief that is just telling me. So we just need to know exactly. Or sometimes we don't just come here and speak, ne? We have a script. Somebody should coin that term. It was made popular by, you know what I'm talking about. Cool. So basically, this is what he is telling me. So now, question number 1 from him. Mirror Newspaper. Thank you for this opportunity for previewing our podcast and everything. It has been a formidable journey and with a very formidable team. I mean, year number 1, I was literally alone, and then there was a guy called Mega. Year number 2, 3 or so, there was a guy called Peter Mukwevo and other friends. I can mention a lot of them. They know if you want to know the history of this podcast, you just go all the way back. And then obviously the last year was Bembe FM, and then with Homicide and them and everyone else, Master V and the team. So you see, so it's quite a journey. I'm sure when I'm saying this, I'm getting emotional because I'm trying to maybe just emphasize on the fact that I'm not here alone. Ne? I'm not here alone, and you guys who are watching now are almost nearing 1,000 people on the subscription English on the subscriber button, which is down below here. Just go click on it if you like this content. Today will just be me and Mangarengere for Mirror Newspaper answering the questions that they sent me. So it says, okay, first one. It says, Nipro, let's go back to the start. How did your journey into music and radio begin? Yeah, fuck. Okay, I'm sure that one you're gonna write fuck on the newspaper, right? Yo. With the okay, cool. Now this is how it happened. Mangarengere was there actually. The year was 1999. Around this time of the year, around July-ish. So I think most of the people, it's gonna sound like a cliche. Most of the people in the entertainment space, why is already a bug. It's a bug that beat you. They call it a radio bug. I wouldn't call it a radio bug. I remember that time. Okopovura Univen FM. So, and this is where I met actually this guy, Mangarengere. The guy who's now asking me, he knows exactly. We obviously have to answer this. So it began that time. It was 99, 98, 99, which is almost 26 years ago, right? So and then went to Univen and asked for a show, and they never gave me a show. And well, I sent my demo to Castro Musenyari. He listens to this. He watches this. It's funny. When I was coming to record this, I bumped into him by somewhere in town. Castro, I gave him my demo. I don't know if he listened to the thing. I don't know, but it's a long story. Then after that, then there was a guy called Jones, which is Jones Nochipise. He also he would entertain me. But there was also a guy called Wuziruk Otto at Univen. That's when the bug was hitting me hard, hard, hard. And then he was in the management and he would read the news. Actually, Wuziruk Otto is actually reading the news for the public broadcaster now on SABC 2. Now, I think sometimes I see him working there, and we're friends online and whatever, And then there's a lot of people I can mention, but the guy who gave me a shot at the radio bug when it hit, if you're gonna call it a bug, it was a guy called Devani Dagada Flavor. Yeah, and he only gave me 5 minutes every weekend on a Saturday to just do entertainment news. That's when I realized, no, I can do this thing. And then later on, I'm like, oh man, and I met a guy called DJ Quash. I'm like, no, man. And I keep mentioning Quash all the time, if you realize. And he passed on, unfortunately, in 2003. May his soul rest in peace. He's the guy who taught me almost all the other things on the DJ side, on the floor, like you see. So without radio, obviously, you wouldn't have gigs back in the day. Unlike today. Today, you just need TikTok to get a booking. You see, I don't know if I've answered that well. How did your journey into the music? Yeah, so now I only spoke about radio. Music, yes, it's intertwined. I fell in love with music, obviously, from childhood through my dad. My dad would buy music and then the LP when we're playing at home. Then I'm the guy who would be changing the vinyls, which is like LPs, vinyl. Like if you look at it today, you won't think music was coming out of that thing. You guys are just used to MP3s and whatnot. So you want. Yeah, I will put a picture of some of the vinyls. I've got a vinyl back. Actually, this morning I was speaking to another guy that I'm forgetting to mention, Makavu Koro, DJ Koro. He's one of the guys as well that I used to learn how to DJ from as well. So there's a lot of people that identified with me and the journey. Oh, question number one. That took us how long? Cool. Question number two. Was there a defining moment where you realized this is more than passion, it's your path? Yeah, well, I didn't know. Obviously, to be honest with you, we are taught to go to school and learn things. Maybe we are told what to do because no one knows what you have in plan before you know it yourself. So a defining moment for me to take it at a professional level, to be honest with you, was through poverty or hunger. Because it's touching on the defining moment. Well, on the path one, if it's my path, well, it's something else. But there was a day I woke up and then I didn't have money. I remember I was staying at Hillbrow. It was one of those long weekends. You know those long weekends that are irritating. I'm talking about the year 2003, somewhere there. Yeah, 2003, June, the course of the year. Before winter, I think. I won't have the exact date. So, obviously, done a million things. So, obviously, forgive my brain on this one. But I know exactly it was 2023. 2003. Hey, today we're at 2025. 2003, see, old age, catching up with my fucking ass. No, so, the day was when I was sitting at the flat where we were renting and I was alone for the weekend. So everyone has gone to wherever. It's long. I think it was Easter. Yes, that's the Easter I should not ever even forget in my life. It was Easter. You see now, the memory is coming back. It was Easter 2003. Yes, long weekend. So back then there was no e-wallet. There was no EFT. Basically, I couldn't get money that weekend. The only last food I had was Wheat Bix. No milk. Ne? There was water in Wheat Bix. Last block of Wheat Bix. Okay, cool. Friday night, I'm like, nah, it's fine. I'm going to survive. Obviously, we pray to the same God, whichever God you pray in, whichever, but I'm sure it's the same God, if it's a good God, Hi. Then a voice came and spoke. Now I feel like I'm at church. And I didn't know it was my path. I didn't know to answer you, Mangaringari. So now I looked around the room and I said to myself, what can I monetize in this fucking room now? Because I'm going to die of hunger in the next 3 days. The next working day is probably Tuesday, you see, and I'm on Saturday, so I've got Sunday and Monday to worry about. Zero food for shit. Hi, number three. I looked at my vinyl bag and I looked at my CD bag. I'm like, no, let me just put my CDs in my vinyl bag and let me just walk around. I started walking from Hillbrow all the way to Braamfontein. Bumped into a nightclub called La Rumba. And then I told that woman at the reception that I'm going to be working here from tonight. She's like, who are you? I'm like, you don't have to know, but I'm your DJ here. Yeah. So that's the voice that was speaking to me. And then I knew that that's the day I gained enough confidence to say, this is the thing. Because I was buying vinyls and obviously I was buying CDs all the time and I like music and whatnot. And I was like, how do I monetize this? That's when I could pick it up. And then La Rumba and all those, and it happened, Braamfontein, and I met a lot of people there and whatnot. Long story. Now, question number 3. You've done radio and DJing. How do the two worlds feed into each other for you? I think I kind of like touched on it on number 1 because they're intertwined. So if like I'm a radio DJ or whatever, or club DJ, somehow if I have got a song that I want to produce, or if I want to publish it, somehow I need to go on air and say it. Like now when we're podcasting. So it's the same thing. I think this question should have been like, you've done radio, DJing, and podcasting. How do the three worlds feed into each other? They intertwined. They're all. It's like a marriage. Ne? To answer the question, it's like a marriage. But I touched on it on number 1. So number 4, let's go to number 4. Oh, I promise Mario every single time when there's 5 questions, I'll say I'm at Styles Guest House, number 159, Unit D. The room is Tomaka 550 all the way to 900, being a family room. To book a room here or to be hospitalized, no, for hospitality, it's 060-856-8073. Don't forget, we're celebrating birthday of Azundini Hanepa Styles Guest House, number 159, Unit D. They've got all of things. I'll take cutaways later on, which I've done previously. Like I said, half the time over the past decade, I would come and work from here. It's very peaceful. Cool. So now, yeah, that's the agreement I made with them. So that they let me use this place because I need to read this. Yeah. Yes, Styles Guest House, Unit D. This is where I'm at roundabout now. Cool. Now, question number 4. The Nippycast Podcast is gaining momentum. What inspired its creation? Oh, this is a nice one. Do you know why? I realized that one day, maybe I'll reference back and forth. I've had a podcast with this other best friend of mine. His name is Mudziwa Slamlela Ndibuwo. The reason why we started this podcast, these niggas will come to my joint, sit at the house, and do whatever. We'll sit like randomly, like this every day. Like we'll sit. Obviously, we work and we do whatever. We do other things. Some of the things that you don't want to know actually. No, but we don't do the negative ones. We do we've got a lot of businesses with other friends and. So we'll sit and sometimes we have an idea. So in my head, I'm like, okay, guys, we just shot a show. I think it was a TV show or something. I'm like, we still have cameras. I'm like, oh, cool. And then the other guy was speaking something that made sense. I'm like, dude, do you know how much information we have in our brain right about now and we're not sharing it with anyone? And the guy was like, yeah. I'm like, how do we share it? Wow, you want to record? I'm like, yeah, damn it. Let's record this shit. So we literally have tapes from probably the first generation of Nippycast Podcast. Well, we didn't even know it was a podcast at that time. I'm talking about the year 2014. I didn't even know. But I was thinking, I can't just waste my school of thought with these niggas. Because me and my friends, when we're sitting, you will hear a lot of information that can help you. Or you can use it or don't use it, but it's free education for me. So that's what drove it. And then all the time, that's how I've always tried to perambulate towards betterment of humanity. All the time, when the brain is functioning, share it with another person, and so that you transfer knowledge. And that's the only thing. And it's not like I'm a doctor of anything or whatever. I'm just a guy who's well invested on research and knowledge and trying to find out information that can betterfy any human out there in the world, out of all the 8 billion people. So I'm just a DJ. That's what I say. Rather just say I'm a DJ. You see, now I don't know if I answered that well. So it was inspired by just let me share. Ne? Cool. Now question number 5. What's the vision behind the podcast? What stories are you trying to tell? I think I answered on the previous one. I'm sharing my intellectual capabilities. That's all. Yeah, if somebody can use it somewhere else, if it adds value somewhere, somehow, then I'll be happy. I will sleep at night. Cool. Now let's go to number 6. How do you decide which guests or topics make it on the podcast? Oh, well, look, man, that one is simple. I can answer that one in one sentence or one line. What's the difference? Paragraph, whatever, wherever you went to school, whoever taught you. I use gut. I use a gut feel. I don't have a model for it. I use a gut. Instincts. Yeah, simple. Okay, number 7. Radio is live and spontaneous. Podcasting is more curated. Like now we've got questions. Which format do you love more and why? I love either way. Like now, I like, okay, well, now obviously we're not cutting and say, cut, stop, no. But still, I improvise. I mean, really, I've probably been on stage with people that don't know what's going on for the past 25 years or so. So half the time it's improvisation. Half the time, sometimes we script, sometimes like this, but it's not cast in stone. So it's unpredictable. So I'll prefer both. I'm spontaneous like that. Whether it's live or pre-recorded, I don't have a problem with it. We've recorded a million shows, whatever, since childhood. But I'm in between the fence. But I'm in neither here or there on that one. I don't know if which format do you love most? I love both formats, radio and this. Yeah, I've got more freedom, by the way. I can say fuck, and I can unfuck it back. Yeah, but don't let your kids watch this. Question number 8. What kind of feedback do you get from listeners, especially this? Especially those who are tuning in from Vembe. Oh no, positive feedback. I get them all the time. I never thought my podcast was popular until I started meeting people in the streets, to be honest with you. And I've been telling even my managers and whoever, our management and all this, whoever that I'm working with, say, I never thought this was a thing. So you sit down sometimes and then a random guy comes like, hey, podcast. I'm like, what the fuck? You listen? Actually, a simple one. The guy at the salon listens to the show. I'm like, dude, you like it? It's like, yeah, no. I like especially what you're saying. And so you see, when you walk in the street and then you hear a person saying that without even any survey from any intellectual, organization that collects surveys, whatever, without any proper data researching. When you're just walking in the street and there's somebody who recognizes you from the podcast, then you know exactly what kind of feedback do you get from listeners, especially tuning into Vembe FM. Vembe FM actually helped us increase our listenership, or should I say viewership, whatever way you want to look at it. So because we had a contract for a year, which was April to April, which was last April and this April. Now we're no longer there on air. That's why I'm saying we don't know which other registers we're going to work with. But they helped a lot because I think our listenership, our viewership grew here on this podcast, on the YouTube one. It grew by almost like 400, 500 people, subscribers, real subscribers. We also had a campaign last year for Parapara FM Royal Heritage Festival that was synchronized with the podcast, whereby we were giving away tickets. It also helped. You see, so yeah, now that shows you, because those are the people that you will meet on the streets, and then and I believe in meet and greet. I don't believe in this nonsense of it was survey. The statistics are telling no. I want to see a real human. So every single weekend I probably interact with a whole lot of people that I would probably meet because they would know it from somewhere, like the podcast from somewhere you know yes. And then I was shocked, and I said this on air the other day. When the other day I was walking past another house at Tando Block F, and then this other Magogo that I never thought would even give me a time of day, she was like, oh, hey, are you going to the podcast? I'm like, what? She's like, no, are you going to the, I'm like, podcast? Like, podcast? She's like, yeah, I listen. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked. Is it shocked or shook? I was shook. Yes, I prefer both. Okay, number 8. Oh no, we're on number 8. What kind of feedback? I answer that one. Number 9. Before we go to number 9, don't forget we are shooting this from Styles Guest House, number 159, Unit D. The room is Tomaka 550 all the way to $900, which is a family room. To book Styles Guest House, call 060-856-8073. Don't forget, today we're celebrating birthday of one of our caretakers here, So we're going to question number 9. Let's talk AI, changing everything. How do you think it's impacting broadcasting and media? This one. This one is gonna be difficult. Okay, a simple one. AI. The question is, what is AI? So all you guys now are online. You don't even know if it's me talking now. Ne? But you know it's me because I'm telling you real information in real time. Like, I'm telling you stuff. I'm telling you where I'm at. If you want to go trace it, you can find it from the cameras, wherever, CCTV and whatnot. But AI now is more like artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is that it means that somebody can come and mimic me with the fact that I'm talking like this. They can mimic my voice. They can mimic the way I'm sitting now. They can mimic every single thing. They can change the background and everything. Artificial intelligence would mean that it's more. Think of IT. If you think of information technology back in the 90s, now go to that on steroids, because we're currently at the level of artificial intelligence, but apparently in the next 10 years we're going to be in an advanced technology of not even AI now, it will be quantum physicking for it. So instead of you making a fake video today and using my voice or my face, now you can literally probably download food. That's quantum physicking in the next 10 years they're predicting. So artificial intelligence, for me, my take is, I don't know if I'm doing justice to this, or you can bring in an expert. We can always go with an expert. I've got an IT friend of mine who can come and give you the official version of it. But AI is artificial intelligence. So the actual question was, let's talk AI. It's changing everything. It is changing everything. So somebody can come and lie and say it's me. It is changing everything, because if you are I'm going to use this word, sorry. If you're an idiot, you're going to believe it. I'm going to give an example. 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months, 3 months, we buried a friend of mine. He's all rest in peace. And then I got a message from him when he was dead. Yeah, so somebody was hacking something there. And they're also using artificial intelligence. So I don't know how they're scripting, because with IT people, I think this is more IT related, which I'm not an expertise on it. I just know a little bit. I think I know enough, but not to fool myself and fall for it. But some people are not clued up about what AI is. How do you think it's impacting broadcasting and media already? Like I said, somebody can do a radio show without them being there. But not pre-recorded, nothing. But they can make it look like it's live. So we've got this machine that is now it's too smart enough to say what you want to say. For example, look on your phone if your data is on or if your location is on and you're driving around town and then you're hungry. And if they last heard you saying I'm hungry, the next things you're gonna see when you go into the next social media like Facebook, Instagram, not Twitter, X, TikTok, which is now the most popular. It will be the next thing that I don't know. If you say you are hungry over the phone with me, if you're talking, the next thing you're gonna say would be a shop that sells food, your nearest shop. The AI knows or it's listening to you being hungry and it's going to show you what to eat. Ne? So it's impacting broadcasting in the media space. Now we're advertising even with AI. Like we even buy adverts. Even on this podcast, by the way, none of these followers here or none of these subscribers were bought. It's real people. It's real time, real everything. Ne? And that's what I believe in. I believe in realness. So I can always go pump money into the thing and then have like 1 million followers. And then what value does it add? It's robotics. It's robots. And even now, even if you check on like 2 days, I mean on Friday, 2 days, is it 2 days? Two no, Friday, 3 days. Today we're on Monday. I'm sure by the time you see this thing, the newspaper article will be out, probably end of this week. But over the past 3 days, I was talking to somebody on the app, Bangani. Well, the bank. I posted it. You can check on my wall. Ndari, I want to talk to a human. I don't want to talk to a robot. So nowadays you've got AI in messaging of businesses. So when they say send us a WhatsApp, there's no guy who's just sitting there waiting for your WhatsApp. If you're a bank, you probably have like how many other bankers? Go even try to go at the bank sometimes when it's month end like now. You'll see a hell lot of people. So there's no guy sitting waiting for you to answer WhatsApp. So they're using AI as well to answer you. Your hello. Apparently, they said you should not say hello anymore. You're wasting their time. AI doesn't have conscious, doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. They don't care if you say goodbye or hello. Just go straight to the point. That's how AI operates. So you've got a machine here. Those who are into movies, watch something called Terminator from Terminator 1 until all the way to the end. Sarah Connor will just warn you about how it can get bad. But I believe that AI is here to help us. It's not here to kill us. If a microwave is pressed to the 10th minute, but for something that needs to be warmed for 1 minute, it will burn it. So you can always switch it off if it's fucking with you. That's unless if it starts maybe fucking with your brain. Cool, sure. I don't know if I've answered. Okay, cool. Question number 10. Do you see AI as a threat or to creatives or a tool to level up? I think I answered that. Yes, you can use it. Use it. You can use it. But don't let it use you. Because apparently nowadays there's a research that was done. It's dumbing down a little bit of our brain as well. So if you let AI do all your work and you don't put any work, then it's a threat to you. Because nowadays they're shooting movies with AI. They're not even shooting movies. They're literally just doing stuff that you can't understand. For example, I saw in one of the podcasts, I saw a guy who could literally do a movie without any help from anyone. So it means that if in that job we've got 5 people to hire, hela AI will replace span is over to about 5 in one position alone. So it means that yes, it is a threat to the creatives. Yes, it's possible. It's a tool to level up. You can use it as a tool, but don't let it use you though. You use it. Your brain is yours alone. So AI is just an enhancement for it. Think about AI like this, ne? Think about it like Askotori. You wanted to go to the mall quicker, and then you ride a car. Don't let the car ride you. Do you get what I'm saying? So use the car. Don't let the car use you. That's AI. That's exactly what's going on right about now. But now most people are misusing it. I saw somebody writing even an exam with it. When you write an exam with AI, you are just actually just fucking it up for you. Remember, the reason why you've got tests and exams is so just to test how smart you are. But now you're gonna use that test on an artificial intelligence thing that you don't even understand what's going on. So don't. I saw some kids saying, "No, we're very very confident we're gonna pass because of AI." No, don't do it. You're a human being. You've got your own brain. Think. Use your own brain. Sharp. Question number 11. What excites you most about AI potential in radio and podcasting? Um, yeah, well, the only option that I'm currently happy about with AI is more. Um, it has killed a job actually for a guy who does subtitling. I remember my first TV job was in 2000. What year was it? 2003 somewhere. Yeah, Castro, the guy that I'm talking about, Msenyari, is the one who gave me that one. Who sent me to them in Nemisa, somewhere in Parktown. We were shooting a documentary. Oh, they were shooting. They only brought me for what you call subtitling, like think of transcribing. So from English to Chivenda. At that time, well, I don't think we've got an AI for English to Chivenda now, but I'm saying now the only two that I'm liking now in Diori, Shiakono it subtitles now. I don't need a post. I don't need to hire a person to do subtitling now. So it has killed the job for subtitlers, and it has killed the job for even other people. I was about to explain the video here, Ivona, that mimics the Bible. I think I saw it on MacGyver's podcast somewhere. So the AI can literally make a movie without actors and everyone involved. So yeah, well, I don't think the creative guys in the film industry are loving that part. Yeah, I think that's question number 11. So every single four questions I've promised the guys at Styles Guest House that I'm going to say. I'm at number 51, unit D. The room is Tomaka 550 all the way to 900, the family room. Arabagonya go book a call 060-856-8073. Don't forget also celebrating the birth of one of our caretakers here, Azwindini, Dianepala. Cool. I think we're about to finish all the questions from Mangarengere. This is for Mirror Newspaper, by the way. They will show us or they'll tell us when they're going to release this. And it's getting a bit longer. In Mangarengere, thought this was going to be a quick one. Ne? Okay, cool. Now, it says question number 12. On the flip side, what worries you about AI as a content creator and broadcaster? I think I answered it on the previous question. On question 11, I answered. So if people are not clued up about what AI is, they might believe the lies. So you might think the Ramaphosa is talking to you, Kanti is not. In fact, on that note, I have got a good example. I once put it on one of our podcasts, I think 2-3 years ago, done by Jordan Peele. I think I'm going to put that clip roundabout now. Well, you won't see this on the newspaper.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, I don't know, Killmonger was right, or Ben Carson is in the sunken place, or, how about this, simply, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele. This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet. That's a time when we need to rely on trusted news sources. It may sound basic, but how we move forward in the age of information is going to be the difference between whether we survive or whether we become some kind of fucked up dystopia. Thank you, and stay woke, bitches.
Don't believe the lies. Sometimes you can tell use your own school of thought. Generate it on your own. Don't rely on artificial intelligence. You're a human. Okay, cool. Number 13, I think I answered. Holistically, in fact, question number 12 has got a whole lot of answers from the other questions. Question number 13 is, have you experimented with AI in your own podcast production, maybe editing voice tools? I think I explained that. I did say subtitling. Yes, I did. What else am I? Well, Where else do I use it? I use it maybe when I'm saying I want to do a description of the show. Let's just say if I want to do some sort of a description of this show, I'll just give it this information, then it will tell me the better way to say it. So yeah, well, I've used it at that level to describe what we're doing, but I'll never let it tell me. I'll tell it, then we take it from there. Looking ahead, where do you see the future of radio and podcast in the world where anyone can create with technology? Okay, cool. It's simple. What we did, the reason why I was at Bembe FM for the other past year is to merge radio and podcast. It's a marriage. So the word I'm going to use roundabout now without any AI interference is synchronization and merging and augmentation of both. Yes, they won't survive in isolation. They both need each other to answer question 14, which is looking ahead. Where do you see the future of radio and podcast in the world where anyone can create with tech? The future of both is on each other. They need to just sit together and make peace. I know some traditional radios don't really like podcasters, and podcasters, some of them are against the thing. Some of them are working there, some of them, Magava is actually the best example for this one. So they need each other. They need each other. And freedom. Podcasters were more free. Traditional broadcast, which is radio, and they've got licensing with ICASA. Some of these things I couldn't say on air, but I can say them here. And I think that's it. Are we done? Oh, sure. Question 15. Finally, what's next for DJ Nipro? How do you plan to stay relevant in the fast-moving digital media? I've just been doing what I've been doing the whole time for the past 26 years. The challenges come in the picture where obviously even music changes and then, jobs change and then things change, events change. We don't make enough money nowadays as compared to back then. It's just adaptation into the new world, and basically that's it. As long as we adapt and then we know that we are cool for it, and that's how it works out. Not all meaning. I always use this narrative. If you're feeling very 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 cold, and you jump into a pool, you won't die from the cold water. Your body temperature will adjust to it, and then you'll eventually start thinking like the water is warmer because you have adjusted. So we all should learn to adjust. It's difficult currently. Technology is stealing jobs, like they're accusing the technology to steal jobs. A whole lot of problems are happening. Yeah, it's a sustainability all the way. Look, I believe if you know your job, just keep doing it, and you should just kick ass on it. Whether there was AI or not, if you know your job, you know your fucking job. Are we done? Ugh, what a marathon. Thank you very much for watching this far. If you haven't subscribed, just don't forget to subscribe down here. My name is DJ Nipro. This was for Ngere and Mirror Newspaper. I'm out of here. Ngaurado. Chovicho.
Hi, my name is Mutoda.
Hi, my name is Mutoda.
I'm here to tell you
I'm here to tell you
to subscribe to
Nippycast
Podcast
Podcast
on YouTube.
on YouTube.
Sharp, sharp.
Subscribe.
Thank you.
Why are you sacrificing with basis?
I'm gonna kill this one.
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example. Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists. I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
We're winning everyone. Nippycast.